Good morning, everybody. Um, Today, day two, full hunger strike. Uh, no food or water. Uh, I felt a little shaky when I woke up this morning, uh, but other than that, um, I'm having I guess you call it press conference at noon today. That's at noon. It's going to be at City Hall at the Chase Gallery entrance of City Hall. That's where you go in to go downstairs to the City Council chambers. It's the location where we had Camp Hope. Um, I'm looking forward to seeing a lot of my friends there. This isn't a demonstration. Um, we are, or I uh, am showing up with some friends, hopefully, and I just want to send a big shout out to Spokane. Um, I want to thank this city for you know on and off 30 years of pretty good life. I've witnessed a lot of love in this town, and if we could apply that love to the problems that we have in this town, because we have problems, not unlike many other cities with growing pains. But if we could apply all that Spokane love, and man, this town is just full of love. If we could apply that love to a lot of these problems, Philadelphia, the city of brotherly love, yeah, they don't hold a candle to Spokane. But it's how do we take all that love, bring it together, and apply it to Spokane's problems? I mean, I got some suggestions. Um, Homelessness. During the Camp Hope movement, and trust me, folks, that was a movement because people came from all walks. I saw everything from little old ladies pushing a walker full of, styrofoam containers of food to hand out to folks who had substantial wealth providing comfort for their brothers and sisters in need. Because ultimately, these are our brothers and sisters, folks. I mean, we're all human beings. We're all part of the same family. I mean, we all come together. And it's important to realize that and understand it and accept it. People like to take and they like to compare homelessness and say it's interchangeable with crime. Not so. Look at the statistics. The statistics are out there that are put out by our own police department that totally shoot down that theory. We have people that are running for mayor of this city that are using that theory. That is not the case. I'm not saying there aren't people on the street that aren't committing crimes. Of course not. That would be preposterous. That would be like saying there are people in homes that are not committing crimes. It makes no difference whether you're in a home or whether on the street. If you're a criminal. But I'm telling you, there are more people that are sitting in the homes committing crimes than there are homeless that commit crimes. That whole association, throw it out the window. It doesn't exist. Does not exist. What does exist is we have a need. And as a community, we can come together and meet that need. I'm absolutely sure. I've seen it. I saw it at Camp Hope. I saw this community come together and serve. Because ultimately, folks, isn't it about serving? It's about serving. It's about serving your fellow man. It's about stepping outside of your comfort zone and stepping into, in a way, it's another world for some of us. We're stepping into a world that is. But I'm going to tell you that once you start talking to people, these are people just like you, just like me. They have hopes and dreams. And I promise you, their hopes and dreams do not include sleeping on the street. They do not include being addicted to drugs and alcohol. They do not include facing the trauma or traumas that put them on the street in the first place. They're just like you and me. They're no different. They are human beings. They're people first. People first. Once we understand that, people first, we can get past all the stereotypes. We can get past all the labels. We can get past the hate. Because there is a lot of hate out there. And, you know, I spent a long time out there working to bring awareness, to have people understand that being homeless is a condition. Now I'll repeat that. Being homeless is a condition. It's no different than having diabetes. It's no different than having heart disease. It's no different than having any illness out there. It is a condition. Remember that. It's a condition. We have learned over time that people are not their conditions. We've learned that. I mean, I think the biggest change in culture and in how we address this issue is the disability movement. Away from identifying people by their disability. I mean, when you use that term, what's the first thing that comes to your mind? The first thing that comes to your mind is the disability. The disability doesn't make the person. That is a person with a disability. And we were taught over time that we don't use disabled person anymore. It slips once in a while. We all slip once in a while. We're human beings. That's part of being human. We make mistakes. But the other part of being human and making mistakes is recognizing the mistake and trying to correct that mistake. And how do we correct that mistake? We correct that mistake by learning, changing, and applying the knowledge that people are giving us. So now it is a person with a disability. John has a disability. Jane has a disability. They're not their disability. No different. John is homeless. Jane is homeless. Homelessness does not define John or Jane. They're human beings. That's what defines them, not their condition, which is homelessness, and all the things that come along with being homeless. That stigma that as a community we have attached to being homeless. It's got to stop, people. It's got to stop. Because once you recognize that these are individuals, these are beautiful people with stories just like you and me. Just like you and me. They're no different. They struggle every day. I mean, I just want you to think about struggling every day to survive. Trying to figure out where your meal's going to be. If you're dealing with an illness, where are you going to go for medications? Where are you going to go for immediate care? Let's say you have a wound and you're a diabetic. Where are you going to go? Unfortunately, probably to the emergency room. And what does that cost us? What does it cost us for people to use the emergency room as their doctor's office? A lot of money. A lot of money. And unfortunately, here we go. We got to talk about money. We got to talk about money because unfortunately our politicians, yeah, they're looking at the bottom line. They're looking at the money. And you know, I'm not going to crucify them over that because it's important. You know, I mean, unfortunately, we need a lot of money to make our economy move. Right? It's no different in our city. It has been proven. It has been proven that if you place individuals in housing and you create a place where you have wraparound services that deal with all of the things that they're dealing with every day that become, they got to go get treated, right? So emergency room. Well, in some places, they've found that they've saved up to $17,000 a year. Excuse me. They've saved up to $17,000 a year by just placing people in housing and creating wraparound services for them so they don't have to go to the emergency room. They can see a doctor's office. That's just one example, one very small example of something that we can address that creates huge savings for our communities. Now, I don't know about you, but $17,000 a year times however many homeless individuals that were persons that are homeless. See, I slipped. I used the condition before the person. We all do it. But just think how much money it would save a city like Spokane if you took all those people, housed them, and then provided the services they need to move forward with their lives, to become productive taxpayers in our community. It is possible. It's happening elsewhere. We just have to apply ourselves into it. So, you know, I'm going to leave you with this today. And I'll probably do another one of these either tomorrow morning or tonight. But, you know, I hope you can make it out to City Hall at noon today. That's City Hall, noon today. Look for us. We'll be out there. You know, I'll be out there. You know, I look forward to seeing some of my familiar faces and some new faces and talking to you about homelessness. And talking to you about a wonderful city that we have. I love Spokane. Spokane is my home. It's where I'm going to die. Join me. Join me. We can end homelessness in our city. We can end homelessness in our city. But it's going to take a joint effort. It's going to take everybody. It's going to take all of you coming out serving like you did during the Camp Hope movement, like many have done since Camp Hope. Thank you, Spokane. I love you, and I'll talk to you later. Have an awesome day, and come down during your lunch break and join me at City Hall. I want to say thank you. I want to shake your hand if you're one of those folks that helped us out during the Camp Hope movement, or you're someone that's helping out now, or someone that's thinking about helping out. Come on down. We'll show you where you can help. We'll give you some names and numbers. There's always a place, but it's about serving. It's about giving of yourself to somebody else. I love you, Spokane. I'll talk to you later. Thank you.